Hi, welcome to this divine feminine slow flow. I'm recording this just after our summer solstice, so we are one day in of the longest day of the year, and sun is definitely a masculine energy, whereas the moon is feminine. So right now the sun is dominating the day, so we have all this yang energy. So today we're going to be moving through this divine feminine slow flow to cultivate our intuition, these feminine qualities, intuition, empathy, creativity, nurturing. These are all part of that feminine energy that we all carry. Whether you're a man or a woman, you have feminine energy, you have masculine energy. In fact, your feminine energy runs along the left side of your body, whereas your masculine energy runs along the right. Then they kind of intertwine together. If you know, like that little medical symbol, right, where you have the two snakes, those are your two energetic lines intertwining. And then you have like a main energetic line. If you're familiar with Kundalini energy, all of that is your main energy. So today we're just looking for balance. So we tend to, as humans, we tend to have that get her done, take action, that kind of mentality. That's very much masculine energy. So if you feel like you've had a lot of that lately, then embrace your feminine side. So today's yoga practice, embracing the feminine energy, means we're going to be very intentional with our energy, that we're going to move slowly, we're going to connect to our breath. I kind of like to think of it as a dancer's yoga, because we're going to be moving with intention and softness, and it's not about just getting to the pose, it's about the journey to get there and your own intuitive creativity for each pose. So listening to your body, how does it want to express this pose? That's that divine feminine energy. So we'll move through these poses and guide you through to the end. Like I said, we'll have some poses connected to breath. But let's get started. So I do have some blocks here. You may want blocks. They're not necessary. Finding a comfortable seat on your mat. You could be seated on a blanket, a pillow, cross-legged. You can be sitting in your hero's pose, whatever's comfortable. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat, maybe softening your gaze or closing your eyes. I like to start hands down because it's very grounding and helps you to connect with yourself. That also is another thing about feminine energy, is connecting back to your own body. All right, so once you're comfortable in the position of your choice, you have your eyes softened or closed. We're going to have a nice tall spine here. So you're going to feel your sit bones touching your cushion or your mat as your spine is just rising towards the sky. And just taking gentle breaths, not forcing anything, but observing. Observing how the mat is very supportive. It is very safe. Bringing your awareness to your breath, how when you breathe in, you can feel some cool air around your nostrils. And when you breathe out, that air is now warm. And just continue to watch. And as you watch and feel what's happening in your body, you can begin to let go of where you were before you came onto your mat. Really arrive to your mat, letting go of what was going on and what will happen later, and just watching that in-breath feeling the coolness, feeling your belly and your chest expand, and feeling the warmth of the exhale. And as you breathe, you can silently repeat after me, I radiate beautiful feminine energy. I accept myself in all of my phases. Allowing those words to set our intention for our practice today. I radiate beautiful feminine energy. I accept myself in all of my phases. And then taking your hands off of your knees, possibly blinking your eyes open, but maybe keeping your eyes closed. Taking your palms up out to the side in a nice, long, slow inhale as we bring our hands up. Maybe taking your gaze or your head up to the sky and exhaling our hands down to our heart. And if you haven't yet, you may now gently blink your eyes open. We're going to start just putting our hands back on our knees, and we're going to take some seated cat-cows. So on the inhale, lifting our chest up to the sky as we bring our belly down and our body forward. Exhaling, starting at the base of your spine and curling your spine back, making a big C shape, kind of scooping out your belly. Exhaling, chin to chest. Coming back, inhale. Remember, nice, slow, intentional movements. Exhaling, coming back one vertebrae at a time. Inhale again, being very observant of your body and what it's doing. Trying to be very soft and gentle. And now coming back up to neutral. Let's inhale our hands up. Exhale, let's take your right hand down to the mat. And then from here, just allowing your exhale to just reach that left hand up and over. You can leave your gaze down, but by taking your gaze up to the sky, we're opening up that side. Take an inhale here. And then swooping gently, smoothly, bringing that left arm to the left side. And then inhale, bringing your right arm up and over. Again, possibly taking that gaze up, opening your shoulder. Your right hip should be grounded. And now we're going to take 3 very smooth interchanges of both sides. So exactly what we just did, taking an inhale. Exhale, let's bring the right hand forward into the side, left hand up. Inhale. Exhale, bring that left hand across, right hand up. Gently. Going back to the other side. Connect to your breath. Inhale. And exhale to the other side. Let's do that one more time. Exhaling, going across. Inhale as the hand comes up. Exhale, going across. Inhale as the hand comes up. And we'll inhale back up to neutral, arms up over your head. And then exhale, bringing your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you. We're not forcing. So right now my hands and my arms are very relaxed. My gaze is to that right side. On our inhale, we're going to inhale our spine nice and tall, making lots of room between all of our vertebrae. On your exhale, bringing your chest, your heart area, allowing that portion of your body to initiate your twist. And exhaling, inhale, lengthen your spine. Your hands are just supporting you, not forcing. Exhale, deepen your twist. One more inhale, extending your spine. And exhale a little deeper into your twist. On your inhale, you can rewind back to a neutral position. We'll inhale our hands up. This time, exhaling, taking your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale as your gaze is to the left side and extending your spine upwards. Exhale, using your torso, your heart area to initiate the twist. Not forcing with the arms, I could actually let go and stay where I am. My shoulders are relaxed away from my ears. Inhaling, allowing your spine to lengthen. Exhale, allow yourself to deepen the twist. Inhale, extending the spine. Exhale, deepen the twist. On your next inhale, you can rewind back to center. We're just going to take our hands behind us. Fingers can be to the side or pointed behind you. And we're just going to lift our bottom off of the floor. You can be on your fingertips if the blocks are helpful here to give you a little more lift. You can have those blocks there as well. Really allowing your collarbones to spread to the side, lifting your hips, lifting your chest, maybe even dropping your head behind you. Continuing to breathe. On your next exhale, with intention, slowly lowering your bottom down to the mat. And now we're just going to walk our fingertips forward. So let's take a nice tall spine. So inhaling up. Exhale, just walking your hands forward. You can stop wherever it feels right, but possibly even continuing to bring your forehead to the mat. Your sit bones should still be grounded. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Then on your next exhale, just walking your hands back to your body. We're just going to come into a tabletop position. The knees should be directly under your hips. Your hands should be directly under your shoulders. From here, I'm actually going to scoot back just a little bit. From here, we're going to walk our hands forward into a puppy pose. So listening to your body here, you can walk your hands down as far as you would like. You can have elbows off of the mat, or you can allow your forearms to rest on the mat. Your hips should still be above your knees. Your forehead can be grounded on the mat, or if you're looking to get a slightly deeper stretch, you can bring your chin to the mat. If at any point it feels too much, you can try bringing your hands into prayer just to have like a place on your elbows to rest. And you can always rest your head on a block. And just breathe. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then just walking your hands closer to your body, you're going to take your left foot out to the side. Now, from here, I'm gonna you can stay exactly where you are. I'm just gonna turn my body so that you can see a different perspective. So taking that left foot out to the side and just staying here for a moment and breathing. I have my foot grounded, so I'm not with my sole. The sole of my foot is touching the mat. And I'm gonna slowly start walking my hands back towards my body and start balancing in this gate pose. So inhaling, we're gonna bring our arms out to the side. Nice tall spine, and then exhale. On your next inhale, we're gonna drop that left hand down to your leg, not putting any pressure on your knee, so you're either on your shin or your thigh. And then inhaling, the top arm up and over. Opening up that right side body and breathing into that. Similar to how we moved in the beginning, we're going to inhale and bring that top arm in front of us, across and to the floor. As we inhale, the left arm up and above. We're going to do that 2 more times. So coming back, inhale the arm up, exhale across, inhale the arm up, exhale across, inhale the arm up, and exhale across. And then this time you're just going to bring your hands back to center. We're going to pull that leg in and do the same on the other side. So now, extending your right leg out. Again, just take a breath here. Get comfortable with your foot on the mat. When you're ready, you're going to walk your hands slowly and with intention up into our gate pose. Taking a breath. Inhaling, we're going to lower our right hand down, left hand over, opening up that left side body. Remember, your hand's not on your knee. It's either on your shin or your thigh. Just allowing that side body to open. And then just like we did on the other side, we're going to inhale forward and across. Bringing our right hand up and over. And then doing the same thing. Coming across, inhale your hand up. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise that hand up. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale to sweep across. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, sweep across. Inhale, hand up. 1 more time. Exhale as you sweep across. Inhale, hand up. And then we're just going to come back into our tabletop, and I'm just going to turn my body once again. And then once you're in tabletop, we're going to tuck our toes, and we're just going to sit back on our toes. Every energy line in your body runs through your feet. You may want to just take your little pinky toe and just open it up so it's also getting equal pressure. And then find some very subtle, gentle movements side to side. And you can get as creative as you want with that. Maybe it's just a very gentle, hardly noticeable shift. Maybe it's a little bit bigger. Or maybe it's stillness that's speaking to you. From here, you can stay exactly where you are, or bringing your knees up, we're going to just find a little balanced spot just for a moment. Taking a deep breath in. And on your exhale, we're just going to, with control, come back down to the mat. From here, untucking your toes, we're going to take a variation of camel. So your knees should be directly under your hip bones. We're not going to be dropping our hands down to our feet. We just want to open up our chest a little bit. So you can either put fingertips down on your lower back, or you can do fingertips up, whatever feels right for you. And from here, touch that divine feminine energy. And we're just going to inhale nice and tall. Exhale, allowing our glutes to be strong, our pelvis to move forward, our hands to support our lower back. Gaze can remain forward just like you had it, or possibly dropping your head behind you. Legs are strong, glutes are strong, pelvis is forward. Taking a breath here. Feel that heart space so open. And exhale, pushing in with your hands as you come back up. From here, we're just gonna come into a gentle child's pose, just to counter that last pose. Maybe rocking side to side. And just allowing those muscles to relax for a moment. And when it feels right, you're going to come right back up onto your knees. We're going to inhale our hands up. And then on the exhale, maybe walking your knees a little bit closer if that feels comfortable. We're going to take our right foot forward. So I step my right foot so that I'm in this high lunge. And then I'm going to cactus my arms down. So bending the elbows, your shoulder blades are squeezing together. And then inhale up again. Exhale, cactus, squeezing your shoulder blades together. 2 more times. Inhale, then exhale. Coming back up. And exhale, squeezing the shoulder blades together. From here, bringing our hands, we're going to frame that front foot. You can be using blocks if you have them to help bring the ground a little bit closer to your hands. From here, we're just going to step into a plank and then switch feet. You can immediately lower that back knee down. Inhaling our hands up to the sky, adjusting the spacing of your feet and legs as necessary. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more times. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, squeeze. Last time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, squeeze. Again, bringing our hands down to the mat or your blocks. Again, tucking your toes and raising up your back knee and then stepping the forward knee into plank position. From here, we're just going to take baby steps right up to the top of our mat. Your feet can be hip width apart, so you should be able to fit possibly 2 fists between your feet. And from here, we want to make sure we're folding not in our lower back, but at our hips. So it can be helpful to put your hands right in that hip crease with a nice straight back. And then just allowing your top body to come down. Now knees can be bent if that's more comfortable. We're going to be holding opposite elbows, but if it's more comfortable to have your hands on blocks, that's okay too. Your belly can be resting on your upper thighs. And here I just want you to allow your shoulders to relax. Allow your head to be heavy, maybe very intentional and subtle no action or up and down yes action, just to help release your neck. If you feel like you can straighten your knees a little bit more, you can as you stay in the position longer. Allowing gravity just to pull everything down. Allow that upper body to relax.
From here, we're going to bend deeper into our legs until you feel your hamstrings are engaging. And then, with your arms relaxed, using your legs to help you lift, we're going to roll vertebrae by vertebrae, possibly even just touching your body as you come up, that very feminine energy. And inhale your hands up to the sky. Palms are touching. Exhale, hands to heart. Now bending your knees, bringing your feet a little closer together, maybe one fist apart. Hands are at your heart. We're going to come down into our chair pose. And then inhale our hands up. And exhale our hands back. Slowly and gently. Think of like a dancer. Exhale back. Intentional, creative. This time leaving your hands behind you. You can stay here or come up onto your toes. While you're on your toes, you can inhale your hands up. And then exhale, heels down, coming back into our forward fold. From here, you can use your blocks for support. We're going to heel toe our feet wider so that your toes are just touching the edge of your mat, and we're going to come into a malasana squat. So we want to keep our heels down, so if it's more comfortable for you to have a block or something below you, you can do that. You can always prop up your heels too by rolling your mat so that it's settled right underneath your heels. But staying in this malasana squat, very grounded in your feet, your tailbone reaching for the floor, and your spine reaching for the sky. Elbows are putting gentle pressure into your knees to open your hips. Let's take 2 more breaths here. You can bring your hand back to the mat, removing the block if it was there, and we're just going to bring our bottom right onto the mat. From here, we're going to come into, and I will face you, we're going to come into a butterfly pose. So bringing your feet together, knees apart. If your knees are really high, I would recommend putting a block underneath your bottom. Just making a little bit more room for your hips here. You can also, if that still feels tight, move your feet forward from you, making more of a diamond shape. And then once you have this, you can have your hands resting on your lower legs, your ankles, or your feet. We want a nice tall spine. And inhale. And gently let that go. Inhaling that tall spine up. Exhale, allowing your spine to remain tall as you allow all the muscles you're not using to relax. Let's do that again. Inhaling, going even taller. Exhaling, releasing what we're not using. Maintaining that nice tall spine we've created, we're just going to allow our body to move forward. Still have a tall spine. And then if it feels comfortable, you can just allow your spine to curve, your head to hang. And take 2 more breaths here. Allow that body to soften. Not forcing, just allowing gravity to take your body down. And your next inhale, walking your hands back up if you were down. If you're on a block, we're going to remove that block. You can stay where you are. I'm just going to shift my position slightly.
So now that we're seated, we're just gonna lean forward. And then on our exhale, we're gonna take vertebrae by vertebrae, very softly, very gently coming down. And then bringing both knees into your chest. It's a very gentle side to side motion. Taking both knees together in a big circle. Massaging that lower back, on top of your pelvis. And going in the other direction. Then holding in your left knee, we're going to extend the right leg straight out in front of you, really grounding that heel, flexing my foot, part of what's keeping my body grounded. Then pulling that left knee into your armpit. Breathing. Allowing, softening. We're gonna put our foot down just for a moment, even just your toes, and we're gonna take our hips and we're gonna move them a little bit to the left side of the mat, taking that knee back up towards your chest, and then with your right hand, we're gonna bring that left knee across the body and resting on the floor. If you need to put a block or a pillow underneath your knee, that's okay. And it's also okay if the knee's hovering, if it's comfortable. If it's not comfortable, you can also just take your fist and put it under your knee as a prop if you don't have a block. But if you find a comfortable spot and maybe you just need to shift your hips a little bit more to the left and you can get that leg on the ground, we can extend our arms out in a T position. And what we're going to do is let's go ahead and bring your left palm to your right palm, and your body can be facing that. And then inhale, dragging those fingertips up over your head, feeling the floor beneath you until you're back in that T position. Exhale, bringing palms together. Inhale, allowing those fingertips to touch the floor. We're going to do that 2 more times. Exhale across. Inhale up and around. Exhale across. Inhale up and around. And then as you come back into this T position, you can keep your gaze up at the sky or possibly take your gaze to your left fingertips. Eyes can be closed. And now just giving your body permission to relax here. Where can you let go? Can you soften your face? Can you relax your shoulders? Even your arms have some ability to relax here. Can you feel your back and your hips relax, and your thighs and your glutes? Just let it go. Feel your body become heavy. Just breathe. On your next inhale, we're going to bring our body back up to neutral. Once you get both feet on the mat, just shifting your hips back to center, maybe bringing your hands closer to your side. Now extending your left leg straight out, grounding the heel, flexing the foot, and now bringing that right knee up into your chest. And just breathe. Very grounded by the back of your head, parts of your back and your pelvis, your glutes, that left heel. And then gently, even just the toes down, we're gonna this time shift our hips to the right side of the mat,
pulling that right knee back in, with your left hand taking the right knee across your body into the floor. If that's uncomfortable, you can put a block, a blanket, a pillow underneath your knee. You can even use that left hand if you don't have those things. Or you can shift your hips a little further to that right side of the mat, making it more comfortable. Taking our arms into that T position. Taking an inhale. We're going to exhale as we bring that right palm on top of the left palm. Inhale your arm up and over, back into the T. Exhale as you bring the right arm over. Do that 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Soft and intentional. Last time, inhale. Exhale. And we'll go back with an inhale one more time just to open up our T. Once you get in your T position, your gaze can be up to the sky, or maybe taking your gaze to your right palm, right fingertips. And just breathe. Where can you soften? Starting in your face, can you let the muscles in your face relax? Maybe opening your mouth a little bit. Allowing your shoulders to be heavy and your arms to sink. Allowing your back to just relax and your hips to soften. Feeling that right leg become so heavy, but also so supported that it's safe to soften. Just let it go. Just breathe. And don't allow that tension to creep back in. Let every exhale be permission for your body to soften. There's always a little more that we can soften. Reminding ourselves that we are safe. On your next inhale, we're going to unwind, maybe starting with your gaze, bringing that right foot to the mat, maybe both feet to the mat, and scooting your hips back to center. From here, let's hug our knees in one more time, maybe even taking your forehead to your knees. And extending yourself up out into a Shavasana. So feet are out long and relaxed so that your feet fall away from each other. Maybe walking your shoulder blades underneath you, creating more comfort. Palms can be at your side, facing to the sky. And listen and feel within your body that energy that we've created. It's flowing through you, it's cleansing you, opening up your ability for empathy, your creativity, awakening your divine intuition and wisdom, and that ability to nurture not just others, but also yourself. Feel that energy. Welcome it. And just continue to breathe. And when it feels comfortable, you can start deepening your breath. Allowing that breath to awaken your core. And then bringing very subtle, gentle movements to your fingers and your toes. And extending that motion to your feet and your hands, maybe rocking them back and forth. Carrying that into your legs and your arms, maybe even into your neck and your head. And allowing the soles of your feet to come to your mat and just rolling to a comfortable side, maybe using your arm as a pillow. And take a few deep breaths here. Allowing yourself the ability to transition, being gentle, nurturing. And when it feels comfortable, you can come back up into a seated position, maybe keeping your eyes softened or closed. Maybe taking that blanket or pillow and putting it underneath your hips. And from here, just allowing your hands to be palms up on your thighs or your knees. Allowing yourself to take that nice tall seated position that may have seemed so strenuous in the beginning, but we're starting to train those muscles to stay up. We're lightening our load, making it easier for those muscles to work. Again, noticing your energy flowing, maybe represented by a tingle or sensations underneath your skin. That is our life energy, our prana. And when you feel it, because it's always there, when you feel it, it's because you've brought your awareness inwards, that you are present in the here and now. And if you focus, say, on your hands, you may feel that even stronger there because your awareness is even fuller. And just breathe and watch.
Maybe bringing our initial statements, I radiate beautiful feminine energy. Maybe repeating that and feeling it this time. I radiate beautiful feminine energy. I accept myself in all of my phases. I accept myself in all of my phases. And then taking your palms out to the side, palms up. We'll take a long, slow, deep breath in. Maybe feeling some heaviness here, all that positive, loving energy we've created. As you bring your palms together, scoop it up and just wash it over your skin as you bring your palms to heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, arms, hands out to the side, palms scooping up all that loving, positive energy. And carrying that energy and washing it over us. Last time. Inhaling, arms out to the side. I can even feel that I've moved some of that energy into myself. And just washing, touching. Allowing your thumbs to rest on your heart, feeling your heartbeat. Maybe bowing your head down to your heart, extending yourself gratitude for showing up on the mat today. It's not always easy, but so appreciative once we do it. May your feminine energy flow through you. May you make your decisions and movements intuitively and creatively. May you have empathy for yourself and others and offer nourishing and nourishment where it's needed. I thank you for showing up and practicing with me today. Namaste.